Today I want to do a special tribute to Memorial Day, and we really do gather together on Memorial Day to pay tribute to the brave men and women who have given their lives in service to our country. Memorial Day is a sacred occasion where we honor their sacrifice and express our deep gratitude for their courage and selflessness. It is important to understand the significance of this day and the context in which we honor our fallen heroes. Memorial Day, originally known as Decoration Day, originated in the aftermath of the American Civil War. It was a time for communities to come together and decorate the graves of fallen soldiers with flowers and flags, a gesture of remembrance and respect for those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Since then, Memorial Day has evolved into a national observance, a day of commemoration for all those brave men and women who have laid down their lives in service to our country. It is a day that transcends political differences and unites us as a nation in shared appreciation for the freedoms we enjoy today. Today, we pay tribute not only to those who fought in the Civil War, but also to the courageous soldiers who have served in every conflict and war throughout our nation's history. From the Revolutionary War to the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, countless individuals have answered the call of duty, knowing full well the risks and sacrifices that lay ahead. They left behind their families, their homes, and their dreams, dedicated themselves to a cause greater than their own lives. They faced unimaginable hardships on the battlefields, enduring the harsh realities of war, so that we may live in a world where freedom and democracy prevail. But let us not forget that the impact of their sacrifices extends far beyond the battlefield. The families that they left behind, the mothers and fathers, the wives and the husbands, the sons and daughters, carry a burden that only those who can experience such loss can truly understand. Their pain and grief are a constant reminder of the profound cost of war. Throughout history, countless soldiers have answered the call of duty, leaving behind their homes and families and loved ones to defend our freedoms and protect our way of life. They faced unimaginable challenges and endured great hardships, making countless sacrifices along the way. In times of war and peace, our soldiers have always been there for us. They have stood up to tyranny, fought for justice, and defended our values with unwavering commitment and dedication. Their legacy of courage, honor, and sacrifice will forever be etched in the chronicles of our nation's history. Today we come together to remember the fallen soldiers who have given their lives in service to our country. We honor their extraordinary courage and their ultimate sacrifice. Their memory serves as a constant reminder of the price of freedom, and we pledge to never forget their legacy. However, Memorial Day is not just a day of remembrance, it is also a time to reflect on the present and the future. Our soldiers continue to serve our country today, often in dangerous and challenging conditions. They are the guardians of our freedom, and it is our duty to support them in every way we can. Even organizations like Healing Warriors are fighting their own battle on the front lines of caring for our military veterans. They understand that healing is not just physical, but also emotional and spiritual. They provide vital services such as acupuncture, craniosacral therapy, healing hands, and other holistic therapies that help veterans manage pain, reduce stress, and improve their overall wellness and their well-being. Through their care and love and commitment, Healing Warriors makes a significant impact on the lives of our veterans. In the last 10 years of Healing Warriors treatment, not one veteran has committed suicide. We must also remember that time is not on our side when it comes to honoring our veterans. According to the United States Department of Veterans Affairs, we have around 6.4 million living Vietnam veterans as of 2021. Each day, approximately 850 Vietnam veterans pass away. In the next 19 years, all of our Vietnam veterans will be gone. Similarly, we have around 240,000 World War II veterans still alive, but we lose between 300 to 500 of them each day. In the next 3 to 4 years, we will likely lose all of our World War II veterans. These statistics remind us of the urgency to show our gratitude and support to our living veterans. According to the Department of Veterans Affairs, an average of 17 veterans die by suicide each day in the United States. This is an alarming number, and it is our responsibility to provide the care and support these heroes deserve. We must work together to ensure their well-being and mental health. And let us also take a moment to honor the Code Talkers, a group of extraordinary Indigenous veterans who used their native languages to create secret codes during World War II. Their invaluable contribution in securing communication between Allied forces played a crucial role in the success of important military operations. The last survivor of these Code Talkers, Edmund Harrow, passed away in 2014. Their bravery and dedication to their country will always be remembered and honored on Memorial Day. And on this day, it is essential that we remember not only the brave soldiers who have given their lives in service to our country, but also those who have paid the ultimate price in protecting our communities and our way of life. On September 11, 2001, our nation experienced a tragedy that forever changed the course of history. The terrorist attacks on our own homeland from a foreign country shook us to our core, but also revealed the remarkable courage and selflessness of our first responders. Firefighters, law enforcement officers, and other emergency personnel rushed into the heart of danger, putting their lives on the line to save others. Many of these heroes made the ultimate sacrifice that day as they fearlessly faced the collapsing towers, the billowing smoke, and the chaos that ensued. Their actions exemplified the true meaning of heroism and reminds us of all the extraordinary dedication and bravery that resides within the ranks of our first responders. Their sacrifice on that fateful day was not in vain. It unified our nation and demonstrated the resilience of the American spirit. We must never forget the lives that were lost and the families forever changed by the September 11th attacks. But our remembrance must also extend beyond that tragic day. Every day, our law enforcement officers and first responders put on their uniforms and step onto the front lines of our communities. They face the unknown, the unpredictable, and the dangers that lurk in the shadows. They work tirelessly to ensure our safety, often risking their own lives to protect ours. These brave men and women are the guardians of our neighborhoods, the ones who rush towards danger when others are running away. They embody the values of duty, honor, and sacrifice, and their unwavering dedication deserves our utmost respect and gratitude. They are the silent heroes who stand ready to protect and serve, whose presence ensures our peace of mind, and whose sacrifice should never go unnoticed. In the hearts and minds of people, there is a desire to build bridges of inclusiveness and relationships instead of walls of division and barriers. It is through empathy and understanding that we can truly honor our soldiers' sacrifice. As President John F. Kennedy once said, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Let us live by these words and support our veterans in their journey to recovery and healing. In the words of Joseph Campbell, a hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. Today we honor and remember the heroes who sacrificed their lives to protect our country and our freedom. Memorial Day is a day to pay tribute to these brave men and women and to show our deep gratitude for their selfless service. I'll share a true testimony about people and emergency services. I was watching Good Morning America TV program shortly thereafter of September 11th, and they were interviewing a lady who had survived the falling building. Can you imagine? And I remember this woman testifying. She was talking about how her and another woman decided they should go down the back stairs from one of the buildings and hold their hands onto each other so they wouldn't lose touch in case the building did collapse. Well, sure enough, the building collapsed, and she woke up buried in the debris, and she didn't know what else she could do. She just sat there for a moment, and then she prayed, and she stuck her hand up as high as she could. She didn't know if she was upside down or not, but she managed to get her hand through the debris and managed to wave it, and so she started yelling for help, and she kept yelling. And then all of a sudden, a fireman nearby heard her at a distance and told her to keep yelling, and then grabbed her hand and said, "I've got you, and I'm not going to let go until we get you out." Now, this fireman didn't care about her age, gender, color of skin, or where she lived. He just cared about her, and there were no cultural barriers, only lives. And that's what we should be saying and doing for our country and fellow Americans, saying, "I've got you." Thank you. May we always remember and honor the sacrifices of our fallen heroes. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless America.